Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to approach GED Science questions by using a website called Google Bank. This is mainly supported by our innovative education, InnoEd. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. First, whenever you see a question, always read the question statement first and trying to understand what it is asking. So let's read it. Which statement best describes a major function of the cell membrane? This question is asking about the function of the cell membrane. After reading and understanding, then find keywords in it. Keywords are usually noun, verb, adjective, adverb. So, in this question statement, major function, cell membrane, must be keywords. So you can highlight them in your exam by using the highlighter, which should be somewhere around here in the bar. Once you have done that, start checking the answer choices one by one. First, choice A. It stores all genetic information used during reproduction. Now look for keywords again. Stores, genetic information, reproduction. Those are the keywords. After that, scan the passage or sometimes a diagram to find those keywords. So let's start with the first line and then second line. Here you will see the keyword cell membrane. Wherever you see the keyword, you must read the entire sentence containing the keyword very carefully. The cell membrane helps with this process by controlling which substances enter and leave the cell. This tells us the function of cell membrane is controlling what enter and leave the cell, not storing genetic information, what we have seen in the first choice. So clearly, choice A is incorrect. Then choice B. It controls movement of materials into and out of the cell. This exactly matches what we just read here. So choice B is the correct answer. To be 100% sure, quickly check the remaining choices as well. Choice C. It produces all ATP used by the organism. We see ATP, which must be the keyword in choice C. Let's scan for it quickly in the paragraph. We don't see any. ATP is not mentioned. So choice C is incorrect. And the last choice, choice D. It digests food directly in the bloodstream. Look for digest, food, bloodstream in the passage. They are not mentioned. So, again, choice D is incorrect. So, we are now 100% confident that choice B is the only correct answer. So, select it and move on to the next question. Question 2. Just like before, the first step is to read the question carefully. Why is photosynthesis essential in most ecosystems? Let's identify keywords. Photosynthesis, essential, ecosystems. And then let's check the choices one by one. Choice A. It allows consumers to produce oxygen without food. The keywords here: allows consumers produce oxygen without food. Here we must include without because without, the meaning of the entire sentence would be wrong. So we must include it as a keyword. Now scan the passage line by line. At the very beginning of the passage, we see photosynthesis as a keyword. So we have to read the whole sentence carefully. In photosynthesis, plants use light energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen. So it talks about plants and how they use the light energy in the process of photosynthesis. This is not about consumers. Let's scan the rest of the passage for the keywords that we have got from choice A. So let's scan it line by line again. Now we see consumers. So let's read it carefully, the entire sentence. Consumers obtain energy by eating plants or other organisms that ate plants. So this is about how consumers obtain energy. But the keywords from choice A are not mentioned here as well. So choice A is clearly not a correct answer. Now choice B. It introduced stored chemical energy that supports food webs. So the keywords are introduce, stored chemical energy, supports, food webs. Now scan the passage again. Okay, so we see here stores chemical energy and ecosystem, introduce chemical energy, food webs. So these two sentences include all the keywords that are mentioned in choice B. So let's read it carefully. Glucose stores chemical energy that plants can later use for growth, repair, and reproduction. In ecosystems, this process is important because it introduces usable chemical energy in food webs. So it exactly matches choice B. Choice C. It removes all carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Keywords are remove, carbon dioxide, atmosphere. Let's scan for them. We see the carbon dioxide here, but the context is different. We don't see this idea suggested by choice C. So choice C is incorrect. Choice D. It converts glucose directly into body heat for predators. Keywords are converts, glucose, body heat, predators. They are not mentioned at all in this paragraph. So this is incorrect again. So the final answer is choice B. Choice B is the only correct answer. So select B and move to the next question. All right. Now let's move on to question 3. Just like before, we always start by reading the question very carefully. Which conclusion is best supported by the data? This question is asking you to choose a conclusion that is directly supported by the evidence, data, from the given table and paragraph. This is very important. If the data does not support it, do not choose it. Even if it sounds correct, it can still be wrong. This is a very common trap students fall into. I hope you are not. Let's check choices one by one. Choice A. Reaction rate increases continuously as temperature rises. Let's look at the data. Since the passage doesn't give much data, let's go straight to the table. Column 1 is about temperature. Column 2 is about reaction rate. Since the first part of the choice A says reaction rate increases continuously, let's check that out first. So reaction rate here, the first one is 2, it increases to 5, and then 9, and then 12. Until this reaction rate increases continuously. However, after that, that drops to 7. So it increases at first, but then it decreases. Therefore, it does not increase continuously. That's why choice A is wrong. Now, choice B. The highest measured reaction rate occurred at 40 degrees Celsius. Let's check the first part, the highest measured reaction rate first. So Here, you can clearly see that highest value is 12. This occurs at 40 degrees Celsius. So all the parts in this choice B are correct. This is very likely to be the correct answer. However, let's check choice C and D as well. Choice C. Temperature has no effect on enzyme activity. But clearly, reaction rate changes as temperature changes. So, temperature does affect enzyme activity. So, this is wrong. The last choice, choice D. The enzyme works only below 20 degrees Celsius. But we can see reaction rate is still high at 30 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius. So the enzyme works above 20 degrees Celsius. So this is wrong. Here is a tip. This is very important as well. You have to watch out for extreme words like only, always, never, all. These are usually wrong about 90% of the time in GED questions. So back to the point, the final answer is choice B. So go ahead, select B, and that's it for this question. If you like to practice more using this interactive GED question tool, check out the link in the description. The website also provides explanations after each question set, so you can always learn from your mistakes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!